Ministry of Bhangra is an all-boys team formed in 2010 and was founded by a group of 5 members initially. Avtar Bansal, Vrinda Bansal, Prince Buttar, Jaskaran Singh and Prashant Salan. The team stayed a bit stable for a couple of years, and then as the scene shot up, we got so many more members. All founding members of MOB are still here till date, still kicking strong, and they're a vital part to the success of our team. It's been a great journey. Lots of injuries, lots of memories.
Mob ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਭਾਈ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਭਰਾ ਆ। ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਇਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਦੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਛੱਡਿਆ ਭਾਈ, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ। ਯਾਨੀ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ 4-5 ਸਾਲ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਡੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ਼ਿਪ ਵੱਧ ਗਈ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ 'ਤੇ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਹੀ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਭਾਈ।
So Mob originally just started off just as a bunch of family friends just wanting to dance. They hadn't done it for a while and they thought that, you know, the scene was lacking a team like that. So they started Mob. And it's basically like what Avtar said, you know, started off as just a dance team, family friends, but eventually over so many experiences, you know, sharing so many moments together, we just really bonded really well. And now, you know, even once Bhangra sort of stops for the older guys, we'll still just be, you know, we'll basically be like family. We'll still be hanging out every weekend. So it's more than just a team now. It's more like a brotherhood.
Currently our captain is Karan Multani, and he's been managing the team really well the past couple of years. And of course you can see the result on stage. Sometimes he compromises his personal performance just for the team, like just to make sure that every other boy is on point. I mean, like, rather than spending time on himself and like seeing himself like on the mirror and stuff, he'll be watching everyone else's videos. He'll be calling everyone else to his own house, personal, taking his own time out to improve them and making sure that, you know, they're in sync and making sure that they're on par with everyone else.
They get up to the same level as Karan.
Yeah.
I joined Mob because I feel Mob is very friendly. It's like a upcoming love, but it brings everyone together. It's just like, oh, acha aajo. It doesn't be like, oi, what are you doing? It's just like, hey, how are you? They ask you, they love you, they just greet you, and it's just good. It's a family gesture, which I liked, and I was like, oh, Mob is my family. Mob is a brotherhood. I love these guys. They're all like my bajis, they're all my brothers, but I don't really call them bajis. I feel bad, I'm sorry. Yeah, so make them feel old, and they're just 21 and I don't want to call them, oh, Virji, Baji. I think it's just weird. But then, yeah, it's just good that I feel comfortable with them saying, Avi, hey, how are you, man? Are you good? It's better than saying Baji. Oh my God, Baji, what are you doing? What are you doing?
The mission of MOB is to revitalise the passion of the Punjabi dance culture and to spread the culture to the wider community. The youngest member in MOB is 12 years old and the oldest is 26 years old. So yeah, we have a diverse, you know, range of ages, but we're always welcome, and no matter what age you are, you're always enjoying life at Mob because we love what we do and we're not just all being about competitiveness. We're here for fun, we're here for brotherhood, and I think that's what makes MOB so fun, is because we enjoy what we do, and even the young ones will have nothing bad to say.
It's one of the avenues which allows me to release the raw emotion which is probably involved. I don't show it normally much in anything except probably Bhangra. Those 8 minutes I'm on stage, no matter what it is, it's where all raw emotion comes out now, whether that's Dali Jumma where it's just complete josh and all the anger coming out, or it's normal Jumma where you're just graceful and laughing with the boys. That's what I love about it. It's my getaway from everything. Although it's taken over my life now, so it's not much of a getaway. But yeah, that's the best thing about it, is emotionally how impactful it is on a person.
It was just interesting. It was an interesting way to express your creativity. You know what I mean? At the same time, you get to stick to your roots and maintain a sort of link or connection with your roots. And you know, a good thing about it is, even though you necessarily, like some of the kids that have joined, they necessarily weren't listening to Punjabi music beforehand, not really speaking Punjabi at home and stuff like that. But now after joining a Bhangra team, they have to listen to Punjabi music, so they sort of understand the language a bit better. And you know, it just increases their interest in the culture of their homeland. So that's definitely, that definitely played a part. And it was also just the whole brotherhood aspect as well. It was very, like every weekend there was definitely something to do. We always had something to look forward to. So it was definitely a lot of fun.
I love Bhangra because it's the most fun I have in my life. The happiness you get from being on stage and being around this family you don't get from anywhere else. Going on stage, the feeling you get on stage, you can't compare to anything else because you're on stage and everybody around you is smiling and you just get, just revitalizes you. It gives you the energy that you don't get anywhere else. And I just feel like those 7 to 8 minutes that we spend on stage are worth all the months and weeks and days of hard practices.
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਟੀਮਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਜੀ ਹੁਣੀ ਸੀ ਅਜੀਤਪਾਲ ਹੁਣੀ ਰੂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੋਤੇ ਹੁਣੀ ਬ੍ਰਿਸਬਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਰੋਹਿਤ MBR ਉਹ ਆ ਗਏ ਮੋਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਨਿੱਕਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿਤੇ ਬੇਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਹੌਲੀ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ HPD ਬਾਈਸ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਕਾਫੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ
I think the current Australian Bhangra scene is booming right now. Give it about 2 years ago, there was probably about just a handful of Bhangra teams and maybe one competition a year. Now you got all these girls teams. Teams get to travel interstate every year and it's picked up and it's a lot more fun because I remember being young when we started Bhangra, it was always like, oh, we wish our scene was like how it was in America. And then England popped up and now all of a sudden it's really great seeing Australia on the scene because when you held a passion for so long, it just feels so much more better knowing that everything is here and you don't need to envision being somewhere else because everything is here.
A lot of girls teams that are emerging lately, such as DTB Mutiara, Hanedi Punjabi, Ru Punjabi, Base Queens as well. And of course they beat us. They beat us in HCB. That's actually really good, and that adds more competitiveness in the circuit. And with that being said, as I said, they beat us in HCB. And that just shows us that we need to up our game more. And not just that, it also shows that Kudia can do it as well. To my little sister, she's like, there's HPD. Which team should I join? She's already on that track where I was 3 years ago.
My sister's on Base Queens and I like that they're in a different team because it just builds that tension between us. We're like, oh, okay, so step back, bro, we're coming. Yeah, that brings that competition between us, and it's good because I don't want to know their insides and they don't want to know my insides. It's on the stage what we show.
It's really good that it's become competitive in the past year or so. Obviously, competition increases quality. So, and you can see that coming through over the past year. I mean, like HCB this year, all the teams really brought it, and it's just going to get better in the next year and coming years. So, it's good that it's becoming competitive, as long as it's good, friendly competition. We don't want to have it go overboard. That's why it's good for it to be competitive, but at the same time, there should just be that mutual respect for each team. And it should just be competitive to the point where everyone increases the quality of their dancing capability and the quality of their performances, and it shouldn't really spill over into other aspects of life.
What I want to see in the Australian Bhangra scene in the future is that the fire continues on, the competitiveness continuing on. I want teams to last. I don't want this to be a phase where teams are here for 2-3 years and that's the end of them. I never hear about them again. It should be a legacy which should be kept for every team. I mean, everyone who started a team would want their team to progress for years to come. So yeah, basically I want whoever or even more teams to come today is to continue the passion on just how we have, or even better us to the wider community and to the best of their ability basically.
We did multicultural, Misaki Melo or Multicultural Day or something like that in Canberra in 2010 and 11. And we had 3 performances. And then I think halfway during the second performance, Afdar was dancing, his knee popped out, he just limped off stage. I think he just popped it back in, and he comes back on stage maybe a minute later and he just finishes the performance with us. There's definitely been interesting experiences like that.
This is SICK Games 2015, we're in Coffs, and we have a huge mansion, and I was the one in charge of cooking, me and Rusty, I think. And we didn't know what the meat was. And I served it and everyone's having it and they're liking it. They're like, whoa, what's this meat? And I had nothing to say. And I just said in the foggiest accent, I'm like, goat. And that's how it started. From then on, my name was Goat. And the funny thing is, anyone else that I know outside of Bhangra, even my little brother, someone like, Goat Virji. And yeah, that's pretty much, after that trip, it's changed. It's changed.
He's such a nice person, to be honest. He always calls me Bacha, which that's what I like about him. It's like I feel that I'm a kid and I'm like a shorter brother for him. And I like when people call me Bacha. It's like, hey Bacha, kidda hai? I'm like, "Theek hai, yeah, thank you very much, you know." But when some people go shortu, I'm like, oh, bro, you're insulting me, you're offending me, bro. And yeah, he's a great person. He always messages me. He always encourages people. It's like a big chat when he writes a big message onto the group and he's like motivating people and go, do this. And Bhangra is all about that and Bhangra is all about that. We should promote it and all that stuff. And it's very motivating.
This guy, he's good old Avi Bansal. We're actually family friends from a long time ago, but we really reconnected back when I joined. So I told you the story of how I was just at home. They were practicing at my house. And yeah, so they were practicing in the garage, I think, right? Yeah, and I was just watching him, and then they needed one more person. And Aftad was actually the one that said to my brother, why don't we get your brother to join? And then, yeah, from there I just joined, and it's been one hell of a ride so far.